Hi, I'm Sheila Helgerson. I'm the Executive Director for Cornerstone Community Housing, and I'm here to talk to you about our resolution run. We are having our 16th annual resolution run today, or starting today. It's virtual, so it's a little bit different, but it will run today, December 26th, through January 1st, New Year's Day. And we've been sponsored a total of 18 runs since we started having runs. The first two were in October. One was the 2002 was our first run, and 2003 was the second. And then we switched to New Year's Day in 2005. So we have done 16. Well, with this one, we will have done 16 resolution runs. So thank you for being a part of this and for joining us on this. It's become a tradition for us in Baltimore to have the resolution run and to join together in Patterson Park, to walk, to run, to volunteer, and to join afterwards to have chili and cornbread and lots of cookies made by volunteers within our community. So I'm disappointed that we can't get together this year in person, but I'm grateful to those of you who are joining us virtually and walking or running or sleepwalking, whatever you might be doing to support us. We've been fortunate in past years because the weather has been good most all of the time. We had one year where it was extremely icy and rainy in the morning, but it cleared up, and by 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we actually start the race, we had sun and a nice day, and people showed up. There was one other year, a couple years ago, that was so cold, frigid cold. We live in Maryland, so we don't expect it to be that cold, but it was extremely cold. But again, people showed up and enjoyed the hot chili and cornbread afterwards, warmed themselves back up again. The run was started by one of my board chairs way back when, 2002-ish, and his name is Bob Olson, and he was and is an avid runner. He and his husband have run on marathons on every continent and continue to run. Bob is 81, but that hasn't slowed him down that much. He's still running. He's still out there active and getting things done. He and his partner have been creating their own marathon races since there isn't much going on in live at this point. So I'm really grateful to them for the vision of doing this all these years ago and for continuing it now. I wanted to tell you a little bit about Cornerstone Community Housing. We're a nonprofit here in Baltimore that provides housing and supportive services to men who are experiencing homelessness and who also are have some type of a disability, mental health or physical health, or perhaps substance abuse issues. So we work with them to help them get back on their feet and back into the community. We have two programs. Our first program opened in December of 1997. Excuse my cat. You can keep track of how many you see while I'm talking. Opened in 1997, that's Earl's Place, and it provides transitional housing to men who are experiencing homelessness. We have 17 beds with 17 spaces for them. Most of them have their own room. A couple of the rooms are double, but all of them are private, so they have a good space to work on themselves in the privacy of their own rooms. They share a kitchen and a bathroom and common areas and things like that. Bathrooms, not just one. And we have one handicapped accessible room on the first floor, and then the rest are on the second and third floors. We have a second program that opened in 2015. It's Prospect Place. It's permanent supportive housing. It uses a housing first model and works with men who were chronically homeless at the time that they entered our program. Again, they work with the case manager to address the issues that caused them to become homeless and work to set goals. The difference being that it is permanent housing, so they do not have to leave at any set point. Though we have had one man move into his own apartment from there. He was there for 5 years and has moved on now to independent living, completely independent living. So that's great. The average age of the residents in both of our programs is about 53 years old. They vary in age and vary in needs. Right now at Earl's Place, the age range is 30 to 80. We have an 80-year-old. It's the oldest person we've ever had, and I'm so glad that he's able to be there and not on the streets or in a shelter, especially in this time with the pandemic and all of the challenges that elderly people face even more than the rest of us. So we're glad to be able to provide a place for him, a safe place and a warm place. I wanted to talk with you about one of our residents, Anthony, who came to us when with some health issues, like a lot of the men do. He needed to have a hip replacement, and he knew that most places he would not be able to do that because a lot of places don't allow pain medication. A lot of programs don't have the capacity to help take care of someone after they've had a major surgery. So anyway, he came to us when last summer, had a hip replacement, did really well, recovered well, managed all of that well. And in January 1st of 2020, he ran in the resolution run. It was great. That was one of his goals, and to see him finish the finish line and have that big smile on his face, and that he accomplished that, and that his surgery had went well enough that he could accomplish that, was all a great experience for him and for us. And now he's coming full circle. This January, he will be moving into his own apartment. So he has been on track for what he needs to do, and hope we will watch him continue to thrive and grow and move on. If you haven't already registered for the run, I would encourage you to do so. You can sign up at runsignup.com. You just look for New Year's Day virtual resolution run. You will receive a mask. Oh, I meant to show you the mask, but I forgot to bring it with me. But you will receive a mask with your registration. And you can also, if you'd like, order a shirt or a sweatshirt this year from bonfire.com. Again, it's virtual resolution run. All of this information is on our website, which is cchbaltimore.org. And you can find the registration links and the information about the t-shirts there, rather than having to go to all these separate spots. The run will run from today, December 26th, through January 1st. You can register up until December 31st, midnight, I believe, on the 31st. So we hope that you will join us in whatever way you can and post pictures of you in your virtual walk, run, whatever it might be, on there. We also invite you to remember hopefully by 2022, you can join us in person again in Patterson Park. You can do the 5K walk, 5K run, 1 mile walk, or a fun run for kids under 8 years old. Whatever you do and however you choose to engage with us, your support makes it possible to provide hope and help and a home to men who are experiencing homelessness. So I do say that we all say thank you so much. We wish you a happy and healthy new year, and we do look forward to seeing you in person, hopefully sometime in 2021 and certainly by 2022. I don't know if anybody has anything they'd like to say or any comments. I don't know what else I can tell you, honestly. But I just want to say again how grateful we are to all of you. I should say that our chili cooker for the resolution run when it's in person is our house manager, Bernard. He is a man of many talents. So one of his talents is is cooking the chili for the run. He's always there to help me with whatever I need help with, so I'm super grateful to him. The rest of our staff for Earl's Place is Gary Champ, who is the relief resident manager. He comes in every other weekend, and Jim Carey, who is our case manager at Earl's Place. And then we also have a case manager at Prospect Place, Pam Pryor, and several resident managers. Gary Champ fills in over there as well, Mark Mello, Frank Waddell, and Craig Ringgold. And then John Green is our handyman. And almost all of our residential staff and our handyman are former residents, which makes it really nice to be able to have them share their experiences and show the residents, especially the newer residents at Earl's Place, that change is possible and that does work. You just need some support sometimes. So I'd say thank you for joining us for this video. Thank you for being supportive of us. We really appreciate it. And I wish you a happy, whoops, I don't know where I went. I wish you a happy new year and a great holiday season. Thank you.